Good morning. It is what time? 6:01 a.m. on Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, today I set an alarm for my alarm. One of the things that has been happening a couple of times recently is my typical alarm that I used to wake me up is I have a clock radio that is set to play NPR when my alarm goes off, and it definitely plays it loud enough to wake me up. And one of the things that I've had as an issue in the past is that if I have an alarm too near me, I'm capable of waking up and hitting snooze and then going back to sleep without really ever consciously being aware that that has happened. And so it's across the room. But because it's gentle in the sense that it's easy to come awake and say, ah, yes, my alarm. Perhaps I will just lay here listening to the radio for a while and gently drowse until I realize that an hour has passed, because that's how long it'll play before it shuts off. And usually I notice it turn off and say, oh shoot, I've been doing that for an hour, need to get up. And so that's sometimes put me a little behind schedule in the morning. And so I've decided that in order to try to prevent that, I'm setting a secondary alarm, because I enjoy the more gentle waking from the radio rather than something that would make a more harsh or aggressive sound like or something like that. Certainly, the more aggressive sound would make it more of a motivation to make it stop doing that. But it's also startling first thing in the morning, and that's unpleasant. So I've decided instead to have the alarm continue unchanged, but to have my second alarm be something not aggressive sounding, more gentle, but to just indicate to my sleepy body that, oh, you're doing that thing where you don't actually get up when the alarm starts. And that's the plan. And I said it last night, but as sometimes happens when you take steps with an intention like that, I didn't actually even need it this morning. I just, my alarm went off and there was an expectation in my brain that I'm not just going to stay and listen to the radio for an hour, and so I didn't. Mission accomplished. We had a very nice session of So Many Levels last night, although for whatever reason we had fewer viewers than usual. Not that we necessarily ever have a lot. It's fine. I mean, I play the game primarily just for the fun of playing the game with friends. But it was interesting just because it seemed like maybe there were issues with the stream, but like every time I checked, it seemed to be healthy. But it was just, I don't know, just coincidence perhaps. But in any event, it was a great session. It was really fun having the party negotiating for the like a powerful against a powerful enemy, trying to see if they can navigate a difficult process there, but against two opponents that, while allied, are very different from one another. And it just led to an interesting push and pull in the conversation. I thought it was really fun. And then a little bit of additional role play, and the party is getting prepared to take on a big combat next session, and it's just all good stuff. It's very fun. It's a lot of the things that are great about tabletop role-playing games, because like very little of this last episode had anything to do with the actual mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons. We had a couple of persuasion rolls and one wisdom saving throw, but that was really it. In the whole session, it was mostly just the role play, and was just very cool. Like, I like the combat too when it comes to it, but The stuff that really stays with me longer is generally not the ins and outs of any particular combat. It's usually what are the characters doing and what do they care about and what do they talk about and how do they talk about those things. It's good stuff. But I'm not going to waste the fact that I went ahead and got up when my alarm went off, and I'm going to use it to be more ready to go to work and stuff. So, in that sense, in that interest, I say goodbye to you now. But don't worry, fear not, for I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.